We all remember that old saying we've heard millions of times. Just if you can do something, doesn't mean you should. Just if you can play Minecraft instead of Fortnite, doesn't mean you should. Just if you can drive a Prius, does not mean you should. Hell, just if you can be gay, really doesn't mean you should. Now, I'm well aware that gendered language can be triggering, so to all you vicious, aggressive, hairy people and men, I have a story for you. It's the ultimate depiction of the age-old saying, just if you can do something, really doesn't mean you should. Of course, I am talking about the Democratic Socialists of America National Convention, which took place last week in Atlanta, Georgia. And I know, just the title of this convention alone is enough to send shivers down your scoliosis. But believe me, it gets so much worse than just the title. But first, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Forget everything you think you know about mobile gaming, because one of the most ambitious RPG projects of 2019 has just been released. Introducing Raid Shadow Legends. Playing Raid is the most immersive experience you'll find on a smartphone, and it's completely free. I never expected to get this level of detail out of a mobile game. Just check out the incredible details on those champions. Over 10 million players have already downloaded Raid in just 3 months because Raid has all the features you'd expect from a brand new RPG title. Amazing storyline, awesome 3D graphics, and more. Personally, I think the game is awesome, but you don't even have to take my word for it. With more than 200,000 reviews, Raid has almost a perfect score on the Play Store. So what are you waiting for? Click the special links in my description and get 50,000 silver and a free epic champion, part of the new player program. Start your journey today. Good luck, and I'll see you there. So a Democratic Socialist convention. Sounds fun, right? No. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'd rather intern with Bill Clinton before I attend an event like this. The National Convention was hosted by the Democratic Socialists of America, who, based on their logo, strongly believe that it's not just black people who like the flower. The event was set up to be a success, with a projected budget of over $800,000. But then, the socialists arrived. So no more chit-chat. Let's make like Jeffrey Epstein and swing into this.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade.
Excuse me? Yeah, hi. Quick point of personal privilege. It triggers me when you introduce yourself with your gender pronouns. Okay, we get it. Your dad preferred to show you his belt instead of love and attention. Don't take it out on my ears, bro. Seriously, it's hilarious how this comrade thinks he can control how dialogue works at this event simply because he's prone to sensory overload. If he's prone to these issues, perhaps he shouldn't have attended this event. That'd be like me asking the concert to perform at a lower volume because I'm prone to migraines. Then again, if this guy expects to be given other people's money, I see no reason why he wouldn't also expect to be given other people's courtesy.
Okay, is there a speaker against name, chapter, pronoun?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Okay.
Well, hormone replacement therapy did a number on that guy. I never thought I'd feel sorry for a socialist, but here we are. I feel really sorry for this girl. Just look at her face. She looks scared. Scared that this guy yelling will try to redistribute her. But seriously, let's try and cut everyone some slack, okay? It's been a long day. They're tired and they're hungry because the bread line was way too long.
Quick point of privilege once again. Quick point of privilege once again. Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him.
I need a shot. To my skull. Please, not this guy again. Hey James, Hunter Avalone here. Maryland, pronouns, God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Listen, buddy old pal, you need to shut up and you need to sit down.
I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload, and that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety.
This is so incredibly entitled, even for a damn socialist. I have anxiety is not an argument. I have anxiety is not an excuse to demand others conform to your insane requests. I really hate the fact that people think having anxiety gives credence to what they're saying or gives them justification in acting like complete lunatics. Guess what, guys? I have anxiety. I have really bad anxiety and OCD, but you don't see me weaponizing my mental health to try and get my way. Trust me, if I was, I'd be demanding you all subscribe to my channel, because every subscriber is like another dose of prescription medication.
Like, the be comradely isn't just for, like, you know, let's keep things civil or whatever. It's so that people aren't gonna get triggered and so that it doesn't affect their performance as a delegate, okay?
Wait, I'm confused. Didn't trigger warnings and safe spaces evaporate at the end of 2016? Is this actually unironically happening in current year? This guy is like the bravest coward I've ever seen. Brave enough to give that little spiel publicly, but cowardly enough to give that little spiel publicly.
I see that no one's clapping for me. It could be because I'm not engaging, but it also is because everyone's doing this. And that's really important because those loud bursts of noise, even though this is a noisy space, when we can do something like reducing that, that's really important. So please don't clap, shoot up these.
You know, I actually noticed those weird hand movements earlier, so I'm glad this Cub Master gave it a formal mention. I guess that explains why people have been throwing up jazz hands so their comrades don't get scared by the boom boom sound. Let me get this straight. These guys want to lead a violent revolution, yet they're terrified of loud noises? That would be one easy battle. You just clash some cymbals and they all go scurrying back to mommy's basement.
We have a lot of disabled comrades.
All comrades are disabled.
And additionally with the noise issue, like avoid hissing, avoid waving banners, right? Because there's all sorts of things. If you don't know what to do, show up these, right? I'm sure there's lots of ways that we can communicate to each other without needing to rely on something that's going to hurt somebody else.
This is so ridiculously patronizing. It's not hard to understand why these comrades are so wimpy, because they're all treated like children. First of all, I feel like this guy is a youth pastor talking down to the youth group about how bad fornication is. Secondly, why is the language they're using so dramatic? There are ways to express ourselves without hurting others. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that clapping isn't hurting anyone. My 5-month-old baby could sit through applause. Meanwhile, these adult babies need protection, probably because no one clapped for their 5th grade graduation ceremony. That also explains why they never went back to school.
We have quiet rooms that are available. There's a range of options of these, right? Please don't go into that space with anything that's like an aggressive scent, for instance, right?
Do my ears deceive me? What the hell is an aggressive scent? Are they referring to insecure high school boys who bathe in Axe body spray? Imagine showing up to this convention because you're ready for the resistance, you're ready for the revolution, and then you get kicked out for farting. Hate smell!
And de-escalate ourselves, right? Take a deep breath. And feel better before you say anything. Don't really talk to anybody who doesn't have a credential, especially if they claim to be from the press. You have no idea who that person is.
I hope I don't get demonetized for this brutal roast, but here it goes. I've seen furry conventions less cringy than this.
Please do not talk to anybody who identifies themselves as a member of the press without having credentials. Don't talk to cops. Don't talk to MAGA assholes. We're almost there. Just but thank you.
Well hey, we made it almost 4 whole seconds without one of these comrades getting triggered. I just have to ask, how exactly do you expect to get your message out if you refuse to talk to people? How do you expect to spread your message if you refuse to talk to people who are even claiming to be part of the media? You want to change the way this country operates, yet you're far too wimpy to ever make that happen. I really just think that, we appear to have a visitor. It's Honest Bear, my teddy bear friend that tells you the truth no matter how much it hurts your little feelings. Honest Bear, what do you think about this democratic socialist convention? Did I really come out of hibernation for this? To be greeted by the embodiment of Tumblr? Guess what? If you get triggered by aggressive scents and clapping, then maybe quit reading Karl Marx and start reading, I don't know, the Bible. You need to toughen that skin up. So here you go. Be triggered.
We are going to be visited tomorrow by some MAGA protesters. Is there anybody here who's done abortion clinic escort work? By all means, don't talk to cops if there are cops there for any reason at all, right? And if you do see someone talking to cops, let the marshals know.
Yeah, and then what? Like, what's the marshal gonna do? Spray you with Old Spice and tell you that your pronouns suck? At the end of the day, this is just the gathering of the losers. People who just fail at life, and rather than take personal responsibility for their own shortcomings, they'd rather blame the system. People who can't hold a job, they're still living at home, they're not building an identity around getting married or having children or pursuing a career. Instead, they're building an identity around pronouns, what triggers them, and who has more anxiety. Poor democratic socialists. Far too wimpy and weak to ever lift a hammer or sickle.